Hey guys, welcome back. It's finally here. We have the trailer for His Dark Materials Season 3, which airs on HBO Monday the 5th of December, and there will be 8 episodes, and we're going to get 2 a week. So it's going to run from the 5th of December all the way until Monday the 26th. But it's likely us over here in the UK will get it early. My speculation is Season 3 will air on the BBC Sunday the 4th, a day earlier. So for the UK, I think it's going to be Sunday the 4th all the way until Sunday the 25th of December, Christmas Day. But guys, that's just pure speculation on my end, but I think that's what's going to happen. And when that's announced, you want to be following me on Twitter. And if you want to get more videos for His Dark Materials, The Rings of Power, House of the Dragon, Fantastic Beasts, Harry Potter, and so much more, make sure you subscribe and please throw a like on the video if you enjoy what you see. With House of the Dragon and Rings of Power ending in the next few weeks, His Dark Materials will be a major focus towards the end, and we love the books here. The series is not perfect, but it's a solid adaptation in my opinion, especially of a series that is far from your run-of-the-mill teen fantasy. And if I'm being honest, the first 2 seasons are very tame. If you thought a talking polar bear in armour was crazy, you've seen nothing yet. And this trailer showcases a lot of these new elements, including some major moments which I deem dipping their toes into spoiler territory. So I'll give you guys a quick spoiler warning, but I will have limits. I won't be telling you how the story ends, nor who dies, but if you want to go into this season with a completely blank slate, you might want to click off this video and check out something else I've got on the channel. And in case you don't know, in Season 2, Azrael was meant to have his own episode, set after the events in the north. But of course, lockdown forced them to scrap that as they couldn't get it done in time. So instead of 8 episodes, Season 2 was released with only 7. However, Season 3 will have 8 episodes, and James McAvoy's Lord Asriel will be a major character, and we will see what he's been up to since we last saw him in the north, which is building his army in the Republic of Heaven to wage war against the authority in the name of freedom. And a lot of what Asriel was up to was mentioned in the books, but it happens off screen. We hear about it from a third party. If I remember correctly, Asriel is completely absent from the subtle knife. But I think the show writers want, and they know that James McAvoy is a big name, and this is the perfect opportunity, and expand the character and the story. Establish his fortress in the Republic of Heaven, and recruit beings from several worlds to his cause, including angels and witches, and tiny beings known as Galavespians, and so many others as well. Many unnamed beings, which I think the show will expand on. But so far in this trailer, I can't see any signs of the Malefa, who are regarded as one of the most difficult elements from the books to put on screen, as their design concept is very out there. But we do see hints of their existence as Mary Malone travels on her own, so she can play the serpent in Lyra's story. And if I'm being honest guys, at times this trailer becomes very spoilery. We could even argue they maybe showed too much, such as the subtle knife breaking, Will and Lyra hugging with Will's demon on show, Father Gomez with his rifle, all the stuff in the Land of the Dead, including Lee Scoresby. But I also understand why it's happened. Lin-Manuel Miranda is a big name, so his face is a selling point, especially after his work with Disney and other musical projects. And speaking of big face and a selling point, Yorick Byrnison is back, the king of the Panzerborn. The armoured bear reunites with Lyra after one short appearance in Season 2, and Yorick is kind of the face of the Golden Compass film. That's what most people remember from that movie. And for His Dark Materials Season 1, he was heavily featured in the marketing, and we were all dying to see him in Episode 4. And I can't wait to see him again, and I would personally watch a miniseries of Yorick and Lyra travelling all around the world together. But I do wish they keep his storyline as the King of the Armoured Bears intact, because in the books he has to abandon his home in the north because the window Asriel creates has caused the ice to melt, and there's no way the bears could survive in the north. And if I remember correctly, they head to the Himalayas, and that's where they bump into Lyra. And I love the character of Yorick, so more the better. But Lyra and Will are the main focal point of this story, and like I said, when we last saw Lyra, she was kidnapped by her mother, and she spends most of the time drugged up, asleep, where she sees visions of the Land of the Dead and Roger. But I think some of the best scenes in this entire series feature both our leading ladies, Ruth Wilson and Daphne Keane, when they're on screen together. And Lyra and Mrs. Coulter have a very complicated relationship. There's no denying Mrs. Coulter loves her daughter, but Lyra has seen firsthand what her mother is capable of. The incidents in London, up in the north in Bolvangar, in Will's world with Lord Burrell. Mrs. Coulter might love her daughter, she might want to protect her from the magisterium, but drugging her, kidnapping her, and keeping her locked up in a case, that's not going to make Lyra trust her mother anymore. You can see the fear in Lyra's eyes when Mrs. Coulter tries to explain her motives and the dangers facing Lyra. But Lyra has Will on her side. And I've met these actors in person very briefly back in August, and I can tell they're close friends off screen. And I definitely feel that transitions into their performance. And I think they've both matured as people, and I'm confident their performances will leave us with the very same heartbreaking feelings from the book. If I'm being honest, there are 4 moments in this series that broke me. The first one is when Roger dies in book 1. The second is Lee's death in book 2, and the final 2 occur in book 3. That's the scene with Pan and Lyra before the Land of the Dead, which I have seen at Edinburgh Festival. There was not one dry eye in the room. And the final moment was the bench at the very end, which was teased in season 2, and even that minor teaser, we all felt it. But yes, as always, the demons look fantastic, as does Yorick and all the new beings, such as the angels and the harpies from the Land of the Dead. Top quality. You can really feel the passion from those making it, and most of us love this adaptation. Let's get it watched, and fingers crossed this is not the end, as there's so many other stories to tell in the His Dark Materials universe, including the Book of Dust trilogy. And in the second book, The Secret Commonwealth, Lyra is 20 years old, and I think once the final book in the trilogy is released, I want to see that adapted from Bad Wolf, with Daphne Keane returning as Lyra. But I think that'll be enough for today. Make sure you post your thoughts on the trailer and season 3 as a whole. I think this trailer might have shown a bit too much, but also not enough that it spoiled the entire series. It's enough to intrigue casual fans and for book readers to get hyped over the biggest moments from the Amber Spyglass. And I'm glad they've kept a lot of the bigger moments hidden, such as the Malefa, the Authority, his regent Metatron, and of course all the big action and outcomes from the ending. I get why they showed what they did, and I'm fine with it. I just hope they don't go overboard with the next trailer and those damn TV spots, which are notorious for spoilers. But if you want to get more videos from His Dark Materials, make sure you subscribe. I will be doing reviews every single week. Because they're releasing 2 episodes at a time, I haven't actually decided my plan yet, whether to do one at a time, maybe one video one day and then the next video the other day, or maybe at the start of the week, the end of the week, or just bunch them both together in one longer video. If you have any opinions on that, please let me know. But yes, guys, I think that'll do for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.